One of the parts of a contract includes a binder, also known as a good faith deposit or earnest money. It's usually anywhere from 1 to 3% that a buyer puts down once the contract is signed by both parties. It is then put into an escrow account. But who holds the escrow account? Where does the escrow account sit? There are many options. My recommendation to all my buyers is that Roundtable Realty, we have an escrow account. We will hold my buyer's good faith deposit or binder in our escrow account. It's a separate account. It's not being spent, it's just being deposited. So that way, when we get to closing, that money is then transferred over to the title company doing the closing. What's the benefit to that? The reason we want it to be held in an escrow account with my office versus a title company or a law office is because if it's being held by my office and there is a discrepancy between the buyer and the seller over who should receive the binder in the event that the contract falls apart, it then moves to the Florida Real Estate Commission, also known as FREC, to ultimately decide who gets the money. Whereas if the money were going to be held by the title company, a lot of realtors like to do for ease of convenience to have it held by where the closing is going to take place, and there is a discrepancy between the buyer and seller and the contract falls apart, buyer and seller at that point have to each pay for legal representation to then decide where the money is going to go. If you have to pay for legal representation, keep in mind the cost of the attorney could end up costing you as much, if not more, than the binder in question to begin with. In my opinion, when my buyers are buying a home, we write a contract, they provide a binder deposit. 99% of the time, my office holds on to it. In the event something happens, it goes to the Florida Real Estate Commission to decide who gets the binder. I just want to educate you. That's part of my job, I believe. I'm Erica Jolles, your Northeast Florida realtor and happiness maker.